welcome everyone to our July virtual user group. So grateful that you guys could be here today. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to join us. We will be talking today about WebFOCUS Container Edition. We have Sachin on the line with us from our product team and Ram from our engineering team, and they've got a great presentation and demos and deployments and stuff to show you guys. So I'm not going to steal any of their thunder, but you've got a lot of cool things to see today, as well as a sneak peek into some 938 features. So just a couple of housekeeping. The webinar is being recorded. So you will receive a copy of the recording tomorrow that will be sent out to you. In that email, you will also have a link to any slides that Sachin and Ram are able to share with you guys. You'll be able to access those slides as well. During the time of the webinar, if you have any questions for Sachin or Ram, please feel free to utilize the Q&A feature. That is where we will be monitoring those questions and addressing those as we go. So please feel free to put those in there. And when Ram and Sachin hit breaking points and stopping points, we'll be able to address those questions. So with that, I have a few marketing things to go over with you guys. Just as a reminder of resources that are available to you as one of our valued customers. So IBI.com. I'm sure you guys are very much aware of our website by now, but if you're not, feel free to head out there, check out some things that we have going on. A lot of great information and resources at your fingertips there. On IBI.com, you can see all of our upcoming events as well as any of our on-demand events. You can access all of our product data sheets, get updated product news. You can access our IBI support. So if you need to put in a ticket for help, the e-delivery channel is out there, access to the customer community and the education training platform is all accessible through IBI.com. So again, every now and then just pop out there and see what updates are going on. As I did mention, important here is the support portal. You can access that directly from IBI.com, where you can access any documents, product downloads, get new product notifications and information. And then of course, the big one is request that technical support that you may need and any assistance that you may need. Again, as I mentioned, all of our events are posted out there as well. So all of the virtual user groups, the Focus Fridays, all of our in-person events are posted out there that you can sign up and register for. We do get those posted well in advance, so to make sure that you sign up so you don't miss any of those monthly events that we have. Also, you can view on demand, so any past webinars that we've hosted, you're able to find those as well out there and go back and watch those recordings. So speaking of in-person events, we are closing in. We are just shy of a month just shy of a month for our IBI Summit 2026. We will be in New York City, August 24th, 25th. This is a 2-day event and it's highly anticipated. We're super excited for this. We are getting close to our capacity. So we're getting close to having to close registrations as we're almost hitting our seating limit. So if you have not registered, please, am I not sharing my correct screen? Do you see Summit?
No, Shay, we are seeing July virtual user Zoom page.
Oh, no. I am so sorry, guys. 1 second.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Gavin. I apologize for that, guys. Okay, so Summit 2026, again, guys, if you haven't registered yet, we want to have you guys out there. Love to have you there. Again, like I mentioned, we are getting close to our seating capacity, so we don't want you to miss out on this. This is a great opportunity for a 2-day event to have awesome networking opportunities, hear from industry leaders. We're going to have a ton of IBI experts on site. We have the expert room. We'll have a partner pavilion. We'll have tons of breakout sessions. We have at least 3 different breakout sessions all day long for 2 days. So you have a plethora of sessions to choose from. We have something for everybody, regardless of what IBI products that you're using. We cover our entire platform. So again, if you are interested in Summit, need to know more about Summit, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm happy to provide any information you may need. We've got partner hotels that we're partnering with with Convene. And so you guys can get some discounted rates there. But yeah, don't wait on this, guys. We'd love to have you there. This is going to be an awesome event. As I mentioned, we're going to, the strategic networking, the direct access to our experts, hearing the keynotes from industry titans like Howard Dresner, who will be presenting at Summit this year. And then also, of course, a lot of you guys love to see the IBI roadmap. So this is the place for you guys to see it. We'll have the hands-on workshops and the breakout sessions. And this year, we're also featuring customer-led sessions. So back in the old Summit days, you guys used to love to attend fellow customers who were sharing their use cases and their success stories. So we will have some of those at this year's Summit as well. So again, don't sleep on this event. Let me know if we can get you there. I'm happy to answer any questions. All right, IBI community, another great resource for you guys that's available. If you are interested, please head out, sign up for the community. This is similar to our old focal point long time ago. We've transferred all that information, all that knowledge over into the IBI community. So this is a great platform that you guys can go and get information. We have articles written by our IBI experts, design support, everything. We have new articles every single week. So a lot of great conversations are going on out there between you guys and yourselves, discussing and talking things out and talking through issues. So again, this is another great resource that is available for you as our customers. What is happening to my computer? Okay, let's try this again. Okay, and then IBI Education Platform. If you have not known by now, we do have a training and education platform live. We launched this last year, so I think we're about a year mark here. All of the training and education that you guys are interested in, you can find out here. If you are not a part of the platform yet and you want to be, please reach out to me. I will get you registered and add it to there. We do update every quarter with new courses. We have courses starting from beginner to going to a more expert level for those of you who have been working with the products for quite a while. And then if you're just brand new to getting to know WebFOCUS or iWay or any of the other IBI products, we have, beginner starting courses for you. So again, another great resource. If you're interested, just shoot me a note or put it in the Q&A, and I'm happy to get that addressed for you. Social media, if you're on social, we'd love for you guys to give us a follow. We're on LinkedIn, X, and YouTube. All three of these channels, we keep updates live and up to date so that you guys know what's going on. So give us a follow, and then even on our YouTube channel, you're able to access previous recordings and on demand that we have. And then also every month we have a monthly newsletter that goes out. So if you guys are not receiving that and you would like to be, please let me know. We want to make sure that, again, you guys are staying in the know and up to date on all things IBI. This is also how you will get any invitations, like for user groups, Focus Fridays, for Summit, any other events that we maybe have going on, the monthly newsletter, all of that stuff. So we want to make sure that you're on our list if you'd like to receive the marketing stuff. So just let us know if you are not. All right. The AI Bootcamp. This is one of Hannah Knox's programs. She is still out on maternity leave, so I'll just speak to this. It is your opportunity to learn from our experienced professionals and our IBI AI gurus. So you will gain your practical knowledge and insight through this program, and you get personalized support through this. So if you are interested in learning more about the AI Bootcamp, we're happy to secure your spot to jumpstart that AI journey. AI is extremely hot right now in the market, so we know a lot of companies and organizations are exploring this, and we want to make sure that we're here to help develop your expertise in those critical areas. So if you're interested, let us know. In the meantime, if you need anything else, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to get anything answered or get you pointed in the right direction that you need to be. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Sachin to begin his presentation.
Perfect. Thank you, Shay. Let me share my screen. Okay. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, we see the correct screen.
Okay, perfect. Okay, hello everyone. Thanks for joining in. I'm Sachin Sancheti. I'm Principal Product Manager at IBI. So today I'll be talking about Container Edition. So let me skip few standard slides. So what I'm going to cover is today I'm going to talk about WebFOCUS Container Edition, its high-level features for some of who are new to this virtual user group. So I'll cover those feature in depth. For existing customer, it will be a quick recap. Then further, I'll talk about the one-stop utility called WFCE tool. And then we will hand it over to Ramanuj, who will he'll give in-depth demo about deployment of WFC using images hosted on Docker Hub and using Helm Charts. And then once the demo is done, I will give you a sneak peek of 938 features, upcoming features, and quick demo of AWS Fargate deployment as well. So let's get started. So in today's world, cloud computing is not an unknown term anymore. Uh, Most of the organization are moving to the cloud, be it a single public cloud or a multi-cloud environment. There is a significant shift towards cloud computing because, of course, it offers benefits such as flexibility, data security, reduced upfront cost, scalability, and whatnot, right? To make sure IBI supports customers' cloud container requirements, we do have a dedicated offering. We call it as a IBI Web Focus Container Edition. So let's talk about high-level features. So firstly, most important is platform support. So Container Edition leverages cutting-edge technologies of private cloud and on-prem. It can be integrated with your DevOps pipeline for faster deployment and upgrade and migration. So for deployment, we support all the leading and latest container orchestration technologies like Kubernetes and Docker Compose. Our images are OCI compliant. So because of that, they are very much flexible and can be executed or run on most of the Kubernetes platforms. So to name a few, you can see we support EKS, ECS, Fargate, and EC2. For Google, we support GKE, Azure, AKS, and Oracle OKE as well. We support OpenShift. And we know most of our IBI customer are on-prem customers. So before they move to cloud, they may want to try out a hands-on on Container Edition. So for them, we do support Windows subsystem, WSL. So they can try out Happy Path in their local environment before going to production in live cloud. And then, of course, we support hybrid cloud environment as well in case you want your databases on-prem and app server or client on cloud. So we do support that as well. And of course, next topic is cost effective. Cloud platforms are supposed to be cost effective. So to make it more cost effective, we do support HPAs, that is horizontal pod auto scaling. It leverages HPA feature of Kubernetes, but then we have customized this further. So we calculate load index based on the CPU, memory usage, number of requests hitting in, total requests, all of that. And based on that, customer can configure their own HPA strategy and define the auto scaling. So that helps save cost a lot. So we call it as a auto scaling, that is infrastructure as code. Then as we have started shipping our images and we do host them on Docker Hub as well, and we do host Helm charts on Docker Hub. So with that, it's now pretty easy and very fast to deploy WFC. And of course, Ram is going to demo that in depth in some time. And because of this, now it is much easier to integrate within your CI/CD pipeline. So it is very seamless to automate and integrate. And of course, because of this, it's easy to upgrade as well. Uh, And then WFC is of course very secured. It supports air gap installation. So once you install all prerequisite software, and then you can isolate your environment and you can deploy WFC. We update our OS and Java and other softwares or third-party applications every release. So to make sure there are bare minimum CVs, there are no high or critical CVs. And even if there are CVs, being like for every component there is individual image, right? So that way, if there is any CV, it is very easy to rebuild the image and rectify all those CVs. And apart from this, there are many more features. So one of the feature, or we can call it a supportive utility. We call it a WFC tool. So it's a one-stop utility where it helps you to pre-post checks. Uh, it can be daunting, like it may feel like a daunting that the WFC is difficult to deploy, but this utility certainly helps ease that job. Then important point is we maintain feature parity. So whatever new features are there in on-prem, we do bring that in WFC as well in the same release cycle. Then we do support open source utilities. So one such utility is Velero. So using that, you can take a backup and you can integrate in your CI/CD and you can restore them as well. And then we have certified WFC for external DBs as well, such as Oracle DB, Solar, and MySQL, and etc. So there are many more such. So these are the high level features of WFCE, WebFOCUS Container Edition. Before I move to the next slide and talk about WFCE tool, if there are any questions, I can take that up. Okay.
Doesn't look like there's any questions right now, Sachin.
Perfect. Okay, so I'll move. So yeah, so as I said, when we talk about cloud and container technologies, it like someone new to this technology, they may find or feel deploying WFC is daunting, very difficult. But then to support that, we have introduced this WebFOCUS tool, health check tool. What it does is it helps you with pre-post deployment checks. If there are any issues, it helps you troubleshoot those issues. This utility is available in the installer, so it can be run from the server itself. So what it does is before image building, it checks user permissions. If user has the sufficient permission to build the images, deploy the images. If any of the permissions are missing, it will list down those permission. It also checks for a prerequisite software list, like if there are Helm files or Helm chart or Docker is installed. If they are not installed, it will alert that those softwares are missing. It does check hardware requirements as well, if there is sufficient disk storage and all of that. And then once it is done, it does before deployment checks as well. So it will validate Helm file and remote Kubernetes cluster for any configuration issues. Uh, it will verify if all those components are properly configured. It checks for RBAC permissions if create, edit, or delete permissions are there. It also validates if image pool policies are properly set. And if you are using any particular external component, it checks connectivity to such components such as Solar, Postgres, all of that. And once the deployment is done, it validates if all the C features or services are running up and good. It confirms the connectivity, and it ensures that all WebFOCUS components are all healthy. And then there are many more commands like that. So there is one describe command which helps you gather or see the WFC health overall while it's running in the cluster. There are a dedicated single command called deploy and destroy. So one command utility to deploy and destroy WFC. We have an upgrade command as well, which help you analyze if your environment is good enough for an upgrade, and it may highlight potential upgrade issues as well. we have a collect log utility which gathers all the logs from services or pods or PVC and etc. So in case you have any issues and if you want to share all those logs with custom support, so you can use this utility, collect all the logs and share with the team. So those are the high level features of WebFOCUS Health tool. I don't want to keep this kind of theoretical session. We would like to have it more interactive and more focus on a deployment and demo. So if there are no questions, I will hand it over to Ramanuj
Yeah,
for the demo.
Sachin, real quick, there was a question about building custom images with some specific changes related to company specifics, like jars, logos, etc.
Okay, so that is very much doable, and in fact, we have provided some utility there where you can put your jars and few files in specific folders, and when you are trying to build images, it will pick it up and put it in the specific folders. So yes, that way it is very easy to rebuild or customize your images. Very much possible. I hope that answers your question.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Any further question on that?
Doesn't look like there's any right now.
Okay, perfect. So I will then hand it over to Ramanuj for detailed demo. Over to you, Ram.
Thanks, Sachin. Hi, everyone. My name is Ramanuj. I work on this cloud and container edition of WebFOCUS. Yeah, I'm sharing my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes,
Sachin?
Ram. Yes, Ram.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Okay, so in this demo, I'm excited to show you how you can easily deploy WebFOCUS Container Edition using Helm Charts. Earlier, we used to have Helm file, and the Helm file used to call all those Helm charts. But now we can directly use those Helm charts, and that is basically useful if you are using some CI/CD tool, which most of the tools are compatible with Helm charts. Uh, and again, a new way where we have all the images and charts pushed to the Docker Hub. So you can directly pull images and charts from the Docker Hub and deploy directly in your cluster. So yeah, so how do you get images from Docker Hub? So we have a public repo available. It's a private repo. You need access or tokens from IBI to get access to those images and the Helm charts. So we push images to the Docker Hub, and
Ram, sorry to interrupt, but you're not in a slideshow
yes.
show mode if you want to put it in that. Yeah.
Thanks. I think that now that's better. Okay. Okay. So yeah, we post images to Docker Hub. So after the product got GA, so that currently we are working on 938. When 938 is GA, we scan and then fix some vulnerability and post images to Docker Hub. And you can get access to those images. You need to get the token and the user credential from IBI to get access to it. These are the images which we have pushed to the Docker Hub. So client, app server, WebFOCUS client, WebFOCUS server, and this runtime meta etc and the cache manager. These are pushed to the Docker Hub repositories. And you need so the history and the image of it is there, and you need a Docker user and the Docker token. And with that, you can pull the images and charts. And same way, we have also pushed the Helm charts to the Docker Hub. So the charts you can use the currently the way we are using, we are getting the WebFOCUS tar from eDelivery. When you extract the tar, you get all the Helm charts. Uh, but those charts are also pushed to the Docker Hub. So even if you don't download the tar file, you can get access to the charts and you need to deploy the container edition. So basically, you get from eDelivery and then you can You can push those charts to your version control. That's the one way. And the second way is you can directly pull the charts from Docker Hub repository. Okay, so to start the deployment, you need minimum these things. You should have a Kubernetes cluster running. It could be on your machine for just for testing. You can have Docker Desktop or QBDM, or there are other flavor you can run on your desktop. Or you can have any cloud-based Kubernetes like AKS, GKE, or OKE. Like all cloud pro, they have their own offering, and you need kubectl command line utility, Helm 3x or 4x, both works fine. And you need a persistent storage class to persist data. Uh, WebFOCUS needs something stateless, something needs to be, I mean, by default, all those containers are ephemeral. So to store the persistent data, you need a storage class. So when you have multi-node cluster, you you should have a read many storage class, because two or more pods shares the same volume. And to work in that scenario, you need read many support storage class. If it's a single node cluster, then any read many or read once both works. So for single node cluster, read one storage class will do. Yeah. And okay, so you need few things from IBI. So first is license. You can use your existing license, whatever you're using with your on-prem, with the C, same license works here. And of course, if you want to pull those images from Docker Hub and the Helm charts, you need Docker user and a Docker token. And storage class, something you need to provision in your cluster. With this, you can easily deploy. Uh, Basically, there are 4 different Helm charts you need to deploy. First is that database, PostgreSQL database. Again, in the most of the production scenario, you'll have your own database. It could be RDS in case of AWS or on-prem database. So, but we do have everything to test out. So basically, if you're running on a laptop or you're just trying, you can install this PostgreSQL. And then for Solar, for search features, you need Solar. Solar is also part of on-prem. Again, here, the Solar runs in a cloud mode. So you deploy Postgres and Solar. And then there are some installations like creating Solar collection, creating some database and tables. There's a separate chart. We call it WebFOCUS init, WFCE init. And then the last Helm chart, which actually deploys all the WebFOCUS components, different pods will be running. So this is the way, and this you can also make part of your CI/CD pipeline. Maybe you're using GitLab or Jenkins or any other CI/CD tool. You can integrate using this Helm chart. And now we have also tried to make it even more easier. We have a one single script which orchestrate all the Helm charts, and you just run one shell script. There are two actually, one for Unix or Linux or Mac, and other for Windows PowerShell. So you run this, it's interactive. It asks all those required information you need to fill in. And more customize, of course, you can do more customization. You can directly edit the values.yaml file, but this will ask you the bare minimum which is required to deployment. And this we are added in 938. So I will show you this way how you can quickly and easily deploy WebFOCUS. And this script, apart from just installing, it does other things also. Install is actually install. Before install, you can run validate. It will validate the cluster. Do you have everything in place? You can generate template. There's a command Helm template. Similarly, it actually runs Helm template and show you all the Kubernetes manifests that you can review. That's for kind of advanced thing. Normally you don't need, or maybe if something goes wrong and you want to review, you can share a template, and that time it will be helpful. And before actually installing, you can run dry run mode. It runs the Helm chart in dry run mode. Okay, as part of deployment, at the end of the deployment, there's a special chart which runs a smoke test. So basically, it goes and verifies every component is working as expected. So you can run smoke test, and yeah, once everything is done, you can delete if you want delete. Uh, the next thing is upgrade. So I will cover that in next. Um, so the script basically handles in which order you need to deploy, because the database and Solar needs to be started first. Then you actually start ATCD and WFCE, and then the smoke test. So this script maintains that order, and it also run the smoke test at the end of the deployment, and it validates all those license related things first before the deployment starts. So it's kind of a very solid script. It all okay. So next thing, how to upgrade? You can just use Helm upgrade to upgrade your existing setup, and Helm uninstall to delete your setup. As Sachin mentioned, we support all major cloud providers and Kubernetes setups. So AWS, Oracle, OKE, OpenShift, and local on-prem like Rancher or Docker Desktop. Of course, Google GKE and Azure AKS. So all are supported platforms, all Kubernetes, and of course we also support Docker Compose, and now we have also added support for ECS, Elastic Container Service from AWS. A few things. So basically, when you are doing deploying in a CI/CD or the production, you don't want to hard code any credential in the values.yaml file. So we do support external secret providers like HashiCorp Vault or OCI Vault or AWS credential KMS. So you don't have to add any password in the plain text. Yeah, we have Prometheus and Grafana. Grafana, you have to take it out, but we have Prometheus server and Raptor. And there are Prometheus endpoint. It gets registered with the server. Uh, Security. So we work hard on, we work lot of thing on making the pod secure with adding proper security context, pod security context, like read-only root file system, or the pod should not run as a root user, and there are a lot of many. When you deploy in a OpenShift cluster, it actually enforces a lot of security inbuilt. But if you don't have, we also have all those things, and these are also configurable from the values file. You can make it even more secure if you want, and yeah, you can set what should be the user when the container runs, and we have network policies, so you can totally control who can access and what pod can access the ingress and egress connections, everything that is covered with the network policy. And the scalability totally comes with the Kubernetes, so you can scale, and it's all configurable in YamL file, how much resource each pod should have and how many replica. Okay, so a lot of talking. Let's see the live demo, how we can do that. Mm. So what I have done, I have downloaded a tar file and extracted it here. So I have the WebFOCUS Container Edition tar file. So in this tar file, I will directly go to that folder where I have WebFOCUS Is this font size okay, Sachin, or I need to increase the font size?
Yeah, it is readable for me.
Okay, good. Okay. So here the script I was talking about, WFC install.sh. So if I run it and I say help, you will see all this command: install, template, smoke, test, delete, and validate, whatever we have seen there. And I will quickly start with install directly. So if I run install, oh, before install, I'll show you. No, I'm using this namespace, WebFOCUS demo. So if I run a command here, kubectl get pods. So I have nothing here. There's no pod running in this cluster. So see it's interactive. So first it's asking for the namespace. If I don't enter anything, it will use focus demo. And all other things are already I have configured. So all these image tags and the storage class, everything is there. So I will just start with the installation. So I'll say yes. You can see it's first is deploying the PostgreSQL server. And maybe I can watch here. You can see the PostgreSQL running it's getting ready. It's getting started. And yeah, it's ready now. Now it's installing Solar and the Zookeeper. Meanwhile, I can show you the values file it has. This is the values file which contains the configuration for all different services. So let's say if I want to see something for reporting server. So here header server, and you have all those configuration here, like auto scaling is enabled. Then what's the behavior of auto scaling? That's all here, and then all like Solar and the Postgres details, customer ID, everything you put it here, and the resource basically CPU and memory, you just put it here. Same for app server. Okay. So so it's starting, and I actually use this open lens. It's like very user friendly. You can see right here. Do we have any questions? Meanwhile, it's getting deployed.
So far, there are no questions, Ram.
Okay. Um, I saw the question how to customize or how to add any custom jars or XML to the
Right.
image. So actually, we have a sample. In the samples, you get there's a README and there are two Docker files. This is for client and this is for server. So this is how you can customize your. So you use the image receipt as the base image. You use this as a base image, and then on top of that, you can do whatever you want to do, like um, installing any database driver, or you want to copy any jar file, extra jar file, or any XML file. You can do it here, and you can rebuild the image. So it's like you basically get the image, the existing image that you can either load using Docker load command, or you can get directly from the Docker Hub with the credential. And then no, you can add whatever you want to add in this Docker file. And you build your own image now, then build the image. And you can tag it anything, like let's say you are tagging it like WebFOCUS with DB, and then you will update the image tag to whatever tag you have given in the build command. Similarly, there is one file for reporting server. You use the base image as the reporting server image, and then you can install anything in that image. So this sample actually shows how you can install the Oracle client. By default, the image we ship, we don't install Oracle client, but with this, you can install Oracle client. Hopefully, I answered the question.
So Ram, there are a couple of more questions. So first is how do we configure multiple ADA servers to support multiple custom JDBC? And then other question is hope it supports custom secret manager like HashiCorp Vault.
Of course, yeah, we have tested the HashiCorp Vault, so it
Yeah,
does support this. Okay, and
we
the other question
supporting
was,
that 7 if I'm not wrong.
yes, 97,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, it does support HashiCorp. Actually, we have a sample file how to use it with HashiCorp. Maybe I can show you some. We have it here. I can show you once I find. So we have HashiCorp, a dedicated file and the documentation how to use the HashiCorp.
Yeah.
And it must be. It's also there on the community page, I think. Yeah. Mm. What was the other question?
So first one is how do we configure multiple ADA servers to support multiple custom JDBC?
You mean, so you okay? Now you have to use the same image. So let's say you want to have you want to configure multiple JDBC, then add all those JDBC jars or install those library inside the image itself. So all your containers will have all those jars and library available. So basically, now if I use this image, the image I am showing here, WFS, the server image, and I'm installing the Oracle client here. So all those pods which are running this image will have Oracle client. Same goes with the client image where I can copy the jar file, the driver jar file. So all instance running those will have the same jar file. So let's say this one having Derby client or Microsoft SQL or JDBC. So all the app server instance will have all these jars available. Of course, there are other ways also where you don't want to rebuild the image. Then you can copy those images to any persistent volume using kubectl copy, and you can refer that in the class path, in the Java class path. Okay.
Okay. Next question is most existing customer will be migrating existing environments. What about things like client configurations, ADA server profiles, and customizations?
I think, yeah, the ATS, they have done it for the customers. They have migrated their on-prem to C. Uh, yeah, I mean, ATS can help on that. They know how to do this.
Yeah, we do have utilities where we can scan, get data, export, and then import. So that is very much doable. Okay. And then next question is apologies if this was already covered. Is WebFOCUS version 938 the first version that provide option for containers? No. So I guess it's been 2.5 years that we have started supporting C or more than that, right? So
Yeah.
yeah. So this is not the first version. And currently the GA version is 937 and very soon we are going to have 938. I hope that answers your question, Dan. Don, sorry. Okay, there are no more questions.
Oh, okay. My deployment is almost finished. Probably in a minute it will be ready. Okay, I see everything is ready. So I can access it from here. Yeah, it's up. Okay. And you can also verify WebFOCUS CE version here. You go to the server workspace. So there is a specific here, WebFOCUS CE specific. It shows you the WebFOCUS CE version and the build number. Uh, so they are the same as the on-prem version. Currently, I'm using 938, and this is the build number. Okay, Sachin, I think that covers the deployment part. Over to
Okay.
you.
Ram, there is one more question from Jean. So he says, where do we go to get specific on how to migrate existing configurations and deal with the site-specific things like Oracle repositories? Will there be future training? You mentioned ATS. What is that? So currently, do we have any documentation on that?
Uh,
I guess for
Migrate
Oracle, we
existing
have
configuration.
some. For Oracle, we do have some documentation like how to configure and all of that. Uh, but then what when we say ATS, we meant you can reach out to your support executive and then they can get us connected with you and then we should be able to help further on that.
Yes.
Uh,
So two things. One is like if you have existing Oracle repository and you want to use it with the C, you can do it. You can just provide the connection details while installing C. So this C will connect to your existing repository. But if uh, you want to have, let's say your Oracle database is on-prem and you want to have everything in a cloud, maybe you're moving to AWS or something, then you can refer the cloud specific their documentation how you can move your database from on-prem to the cloud or AWS or GCP. That way you can move your data from on-prem to cloud. But if you just want to use the same database, you can configure existing Oracle repositories with the container edition.
yeah. And we do have one of the customer who is kind of doing this private or you can say hybrid
Hybrid.
deployment. Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect. Ram, sorry to put you on spot, and you can always say no. But there was request if they if you can show WFC tool quick preview. So if that possible, you can show how to access where it is. But if you are not ready, we
Okay.
can skip. I'll start with my.
No, I can say. So when to C tool, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Mm,
So we don't need
okay.
to go in, but at least how to access and what all things it supports, like at least help part of it.
Okay. So it comes with the tar file. So here you see WebFOCUS C. It's in the scripts directory. So I can just open a terminal here and just say, what is this? Not WebFOCUS C. So say /focus C. And okay, I'm new. I don't do anything. So I just hit enter. It must tell me what it can do. What are the options? Perfect. So it gives you the help command. So first is like check, collect logs, describe, and so currently I have everything deployed. So what I can say, okay, describe. I can say describe to
Right.
describe my whatever I have deployed. So I can say focus and uh, I need to pass the namespace. Okay, I will see. I will say describe. dash help. Okay, so it's a describe and dash in web focus demo. Mm, okay, I'll just say describe. Okay. Okay, here it goes. So it actually find everything in that namespace. So it says, okay, so these are the variable it imported and then listing container edition found in the focus namespace. This is server IP, context, and these are the pods I have. Then deployments, services. This is like post deployment, but if you want to start with deployment, you can just run check command. So it will check the current configuration and say, okay, so it says, you can write to the disk running from the right place, everything's okay. And if you want to say WebFOCUS deploy check, is the my cluster or everything is ready to deploy? Sorry, I need to, oh, check deploy. Now I see here,
Yeah.
WebFOCUS check deploy, check deploy. I'm using this like a new user. I'm not using my memory, so just, uh, yeah. So it says can write to disk running from right place. It checked Helm install, Helm file, kubectl, can initialize client, can query Kubernetes API, environment variable set. It says, okay, my end user agreement is not set. That's right. I need to accept the EULA. Apart from that, everything is right. So we are ready to deploy. And then you can just say WebFOCUS and run and deploy. So it will actually start your deployment. And there are other commands like you can copy any file from your machine to any specific container. If you see
Right.
this, the file command, that I think that's helpful where you sometimes need to copy something to the any running pod. So in that case, it will be very handy. So here are the commands. You can say focus E file and download, upload, and list. So you can actually also check what files there in the container, and you can upload any file from your machine or download from the pod to your machine. Anything else? Let me see.
Yeah.
What
I
other
guess that's good,
commands?
Ram. Perfect. I guess that
Yeah,
gives.
and yeah, this is also important, the collect logs.
Yeah.
So basically, in case of anything wrong to diagnose, you just run this command collect logs. It collects logs from all the containers, zip to a file, and then you can send that file or share that file with anyone to diagnose.
Great.
Okay, I
Thank
think
you,
that's
Ram.
that's
Thanks for catering to this request on runtime. So I hope,
welcome.
Jim, this helps you. If you need further help on WFC tool, please do reach out to us and we'll be happy to help. And we can get on a specific session. Cool. Thank you, Ram. Overall, this was insightful. So let me share my, looks like there's one more question. Oh yeah. Thanks, Jim. Okay. So now let me share my screen. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the upcoming features in WFC. So our currently we have 97 GA. Now very soon we'll be having 938 out. So it is a power pack release, and then what we are supporting or what we are releasing is we are supporting more additional platforms. So we talked about ECS, right? So that is upcoming feature in 938. So we are going to start supporting AWS ECS, both using EC2 and AWS Fargate. We will be starting supporting OKE in Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. Then we have certified WFC for Oracle Autonomous AI Database. So you'll have a detailed steps available in the documentation how to configure that. Currently for WFCE, JT is the default web app, but now starting 9.8 we'll be supporting Tomcat as well. So if you want Tomcat, you can use that as a web app. For on-prem, Tomcat is default. And then for more security, we have started supporting FIPS mode as well for WFCE. And from upgrade and security point of view, now we have upgraded Java to Java 21. For WFC, we use Amazon Corretto Java. We upgraded JT version to 12.0.34. We upgraded Solar to 10.0. And of course, there are a ton of CV fixes. We have upgraded the base OS, Swego, Linux, Debian, and a lot of third-party components as well. So this is more secured version now. Okay, now that I am here as a product manager, I'll take some liberty to give you a kind of quick stick view of how to deploy Fargate and how it looks and what are the benefits of it. Okay, so why Fargate? So first of all, it's 100% serverless. So you don't have, or your IT team doesn't have to maintain machines or EC2 instances, patch them, upgrade them, all of that. So you don't have to worry about it. How we have made it is like fully scripted. There are a couple of scripts that you need to run, and you can update them, you can version control them. So that way, and all of them are idempotent. You can resume from any point of time, and it will just rerun safely from wherever it has stopped or left off. And then we have the same script. It's just one flag where you can switch from EC2 to Fargate, right? So in an environment variable, we have this launch type. You can either mention Fargate or EC2, and same script will help you to deploy WFC as in ECS, EC2 or Fargate. And it is highly available. So we do support multi-availability. So multi-available zone. So your ALB with ALB, so you have all this available across multiple data centers in the same geography. So that way it is highly available. And then further to mention, we do support start stop. It's nothing but the auto scaling. So, and you can define schedule as well. If let's say your working hours are 9 to 6, and that is a maximum, that is a time when you have maximum load. And after that, you want to scale down, you can define a schedule, and after that, it will scale down your environment. So that way, it is very cost effective as well. And of course, it supports auto scaling. So during the working hours, if you want to scale up further, you can define the maximum replicas and it will scale up. So how do you deploy? There are hardly couple of steps. So first you have to authenticate. So we have provided AWS login script where you can provide or it help you log into your AWS environment. There is a again check prerequisite script. It will check for all the utilities if they are available on your server from where you are deploying. If not, it will highlight what is missing. Then to deploy, there are these four scripts. First script is to set up an infrastructure. Then once infrastructure is done, you can upload your configuration files. Once that is done, you can register your task using this script. And once the tasks are registered, you can deploy the services. And lastly, this is the URL. If you echo it, you will get the URL to access the environment. So we have made it very easy to deploy this in AWS Fargate. So let me show you exactly how it works. So as Ram said earlier, even for for this ECS deployment in this particular folder, scripts and ECS, we have this environment file. So what you can do is here you can define all your variable. So let's here, if you can see launch variable, here I have defined Fargate. It supports your public private IP. So it is enable. It supports multi-availability zone. So I have kept it true. Then if you scroll further, you need to define your customer ID and license key. You can define your customer name, stack name, task family prefix. You can define your AWS region, your account ID, your ECR repo where you need to push your Docker images. You can push it from Docker Hub, or we have ship images. You can push those images to ECR repo. You have to provide your key pair, your PEM file. If you have existing VPC, you can provide those details, or otherwise this script infrastructure will script will create a new VPC. If you further scroll, as I mentioned, you can define your schedule. So this is a Monday to Friday. These are your working hours, when it will start, when will stop. You can define those hours there. Of course, you have to accept your user agreement. These are the default credential to log in. You can define your cloud map. And at the bottom, you can define or you can enable auto scaling. And once you enable, you can define if workload goes 60 or 50, you can kick in extra replicas and all of that. You can define minimum task, maximum task. So currently app server, ADA server, CLM, we support that. So this is environment variable. So once you define that, then what you have to do is you have to go to like I'm in this folder. I already have this export like my AWS credential available. So I have directly exported them. How I have exported them is like here. Sorry. So if I go here in WebFOCUS, I can get these details, my access key, secret key, session key. So I have passed those details here. Once that is done, I have executed check prerequisite. So it keeps or checks for required tool. So it checks for AWS, CLI, Docker, SSH. Those are basic things. So they are readily available in your OS. Then it checks if I have defined all the variables in the environment file, AWS region, ECR repo, cluster name, user ID, customer ID, AWS account ID, and all of that, PEM permission. Here the PEM permission is 444, so it is throwing warning. And towards the end, it checks for all the accesses that my role has. And at the bottom, it gives summary that 38 pass, there are 3 warnings, and that's. And then once it is done, what you have to do is you have to execute set up infrastructure. So what it does is it will set up your ECS infrastructure. That is nothing but it will set up your VPC. It will set up your subnet, private subnets, and all of that. It will set up your security group. It will set up your IAM policies, role. It will set up your ECS cluster. It will set up your EFS. It will set up your CloudWatch log group. So whatever logs are there, we put them in CloudWatch. And lastly, it will create Fargate infrastructure as well. So once that is done, it will tell you what next script you want to run. So you have to upload your configuration files. So what are configuration files? So we upload this install.cfg, webfocus.cfg, odin.cfg, and all of that. So these files will be uploaded to EFS. So once that is done, at the bottom you can see you have to execute these steps: register task and deploy services. So if I go here, okay, at the top, I have executed this register task. So what it does is it will register all the Fargate task like ADA server, Postgres, ADA server, Zookeeper, Solar, Cache Manager, App Server, Report Cacher, etcd, CLM, and all of that. And once that is done, it will ask you to, or it will suggest you to deploy services. So once I do that, you get this interactive here where you can deploy all the services at once. You can pick and choose if you want to deploy particular services. If not, if you already have all those services running, but if you have made any particular changes in the task definition and if you want to redeploy, force deploy, you can pick and choose individually, or you can force deploy all of them together as well. So here I have done one, so that is all. So it will deploy all. It takes some time. And once that is done, at the bottom, you can see how to access your environment. Okay, so now if I copy paste this, I'm already here. It is the same URL. So if I just copy paste for you, here it is. It's and if I log in, what happened? Okay, there we go. So this is my hub. If I go to search, I can see all the services running here. Should be okay. Being a demo, there should be, it is lucky to have some glitches. So it looks like something is down. But if I go here, it's running. I go, okay. So it's running. So very easy to deploy Fargate and bare minimum maintenance being a serverless. And it's very cost effective as well as we have made it like auto scaling and all of that available. Okay, so I guess that's about it from my end for Fargate. If you have any further questions, we can take that up. Okay. Before we wrap it up, any further questions or any feedback for us or any special requests or any special demos you may want so that we can take that up?
And if you guys think of anything afterwards, once we conclude the webinar, your evaluation form will pop up. So if you guys could take a minute to fill that out, and then if you have anything additional that you may have forgot to ask or would like to know more of, just put that in there and I'll make sure that Sachin and Ram get your feedback.
Thank you, Shay.
Yes, absolutely. And then we'll just wait for another minute or so, see if anyone has anything. And in the meantime, guys, again, just a reminder, this was recorded, so you will receive a copy of the recording along with the presentation slides that Ram and Sachin are able to share with you guys. And then again, just going to plug in Summit again. So we'd love to see you guys at Summit coming up next month. So let us know if you'd like some more information.
Okay, so the question.
Yes, Dawn, we will have people on site to answer questions regarding containers. If you'd like, Dawn, if you're planning on coming, we can schedule time in the expert room for you. All right. Last call for questions. Dawn, just reach out to me directly and we'll get that set up for you. All right. Well, Sachin, thank you so much. Ram, thank you so much for y'all's time this evening because it's evening time where you guys are. So thank y'all for joining and hosting the webinar for us today. This was a lot of great information, a lot of exciting things coming. With that, guys, we'll give you a few minutes back to your day. We appreciate the time that it took for you guys to join, and we know you're busy, so it's great to have you with us. And as a reminder, there will not be any virtual user groups or Focus Fridays for the month of August because of Summit. So we will be back in September with our next virtual user group. So if you have any questions, you know where to find us.
Thank you, Shay. Thanks everyone for joining in. Thanks for your time. Have a good day. See you.
Thank you, everyone.